Welcome you all for non-traditional machining NTM. Subject code is 18ME641. This is module 5, Introduction to Electron Beam Machining. Short form is EBM, and this is lecture series 4. Myself Prashantha MV, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Mangalore. If you have any doubts regarding this lecture series, kindly contact me through my email ID mvprashantha1985 at canaraengineering.in. I welcome you all. Disclaimer: this PPT has been prepared by referring many sources, which includes figures, diagrams from internet as well as from prescribed text and reference books. I do not claim any originality in preparing this PPT or video. This PPT or video is exclusively for the purpose of education and not for any financial gains. I wholeheartedly thank all those who have directly or indirectly contributed to do this PPT or video. Once again, I will thank them all. Working principle of electron beam machining. See, electron beam machining, you already know, it is one of the best non-traditional machining process. Electron beam machining is a process of machining materials with the use of a high velocity beam of electrons, and this process is best suited for micro cutting of material because the evaporated area is function of the beam power and the method of focusing which can be easily controlled. This is the basic information about electron beam machining. See, in electron beam machining, the ability of electron beam to cause a drastic thermal effects has been known since a long time. An electron beam is a controlled stream of electrons. Electrons means negatively charged particles that are generated and accelerated to move at between 30 to 70% of the speed of light. 30 to 70% the speed of light this electron beam has, providing the energy to heat and melt the metal. A heated tungsten filament is used to emit the electrons. This tungsten filament will come in the later slides. While explaining the diagram, you will let you know. Okay, you come to know when I am explaining the diagram. Okay. Now we'll move on to working principle of electron beam machining. See here what will happen. First thing is, see, in this process the material is removed with the help of a high velocity, means traveling at half of the speed of light, that is around 160,000 kilometer per second. And this velocity of electron beam, this velocity of electron beam is focused, means the stream of electrons focused, and which are focused magnetically, which are focused magnetically upon a very small area and these electrons heat and rise the temperature locally above the boiling point and thus melt and vaporize the material, the workpiece material at the point of bombardment. And the electrons are obtained in a free state by heating the cathode metal in a vacuum to the temperature at which they attain sufficient speed for escaping to the space around the cathode. These can then be made to move under the effect of electric or magnetic field and can be accelerated greatly, and the acceleration is carried out by electric field and focusing, and concentration is done by controllable magnetic fields. So this is the working principle. Okay, this is the working principle. Okay, and I will repeat. In electron beam machining, the stream of electrons, negatively charged particles, or electron beam, it is generated and it is directed against the precisely limited area of the workpiece, and on impact the kinetic energy of the electrons is converted into thermal energy that melts and vaporizes the material to be removed, thereby forming holes or any kind of cuts, and the process is performed in a vacuum chamber. As the electrons would lose energy when a collision with the air molecules present in the atmosphere, hence the electron beam machining process is performed in a vacuum chamber. Okay, that is the main thing. Keep on remembering, the process is performed in a vacuum chamber. Why? Because the electrons would lose energy by collision with the air molecules present in the atmosphere. Need, why it is required. Okay, likewise electrochemical machining, electric discharge machining, laser beam machining, plasma arc machining. Okay, the electron beam machining is used for machining a very hard materials. Electron beam machining 2 is used for machining very hard materials that could not have been possible with conventional machining methods. Okay, and electron beam machining, there is no restriction to materials. Any material like ferrous or non-ferrous, and irrespective of their hardness, can be easily machined. And electron beam machining is an excellent technique for micro finishing operations, so that even certain non-traditional machining methods fail to give such kind of desired results. Hence, the electron beam machining is preferred. Electron beam machining is preferred. Okay. See, the electron beam machining is process, and it is classified into two categories. One is a thermal type and a non-thermal type. And in the thermal type electron beam machining process, the surface of thermoelectronic cathode is heated to such a high temperature that the electrons acquire. See, this process will come in the diagram. Okay, electrons acquire sufficient speed to escape out to the space around the cathode, and the stream of these larger number of electrons moves as a smaller diameter beam of electrons towards the anode. As a result of this, the workpiece is heated by a bombardment of these electrons in a localized area to such a high temperature that it is melted and vaporized at the point of bombardment, and this is regarding a thermal type. And a second one is a non-thermal type electron beam machining. In the second type non-thermal electron beam machining process, the electron beam is used to cause a chemical reaction. Here only the first type here only, I mean in this syllabus only first type, that is a thermal type electron beam machining process is discussed. Okay, look at the equipment. Look at the equipment. I will move for showing the diagram. See, look at here. This is the main thing. This is the main thing, and this is the source of electrons. This is the entire thing is called electron gun. Electron gun. See, this electron gun mainly consists of grid cup, then tungsten filament. See, this is the grid cup and this is the tungsten filament. It is a negatively biased. It is called a cathode. So it is connected to negative pole of the power supply, and it is negatively biased, and it is also called as a cathode. And next is anode. See, this part is anode. This is connected to positive supply, hence it is anode. Next there is a diaphragm lens. So it helps to converging and diverging the beams. See, there is a focusing lens. It focuses the electron beam in a localized area, and again deflector coil. This also helps to direct it towards the localized area like this. See, here the diverged electron beams are converged in a particular small area, and because of this bombardment of electrons on the work surface, melting of the metal and evaporation of the metal takes place, and by this way the machining operation is done. And look at this, the outside box, this one, this is a one box. This is a vacuum chamber. See, I already told why the vacuum chamber is utilized for electron beam machining, and there is a one direction here to vacuum pump. Okay, so this is the explanation of electron beam machining equipment. Now we'll move on to study about different types or different components used in electron beam machining equipment. First is electron beam gun. See, typically electron beam machining equipment consists of a few components. The main thing is electron beam gun. Here, this is the main part as I shown in the diagram. Here it is used to produce the electron beam of the desired shape and to focus at the predetermined location. Electron beam machining gun is operated in a pulsed mode, and a superheated cathode, that is a tungsten filament. Okay, a superheated cathode generates the electrons cloud, and sometimes cathode may be used as a solid block indirectly and heated by radiation emitted from a filament. Okay, so due to force of repulsion from the cathode, electrons move at very high acceleration towards the anode, which attracts them. The velocity of these electrons pass through the anode is approximately 66% that of the light. So on the path of electrons there is a kind of switch, that is a bias electrode, which generates the pulses. Okay, here the electron beam gun, which is mainly responsible for emission or producing of electrons, and which consists of three basic parts. First one is tungsten filament, second is grid cup, and third is anode. The tungsten filament is connected to negative terminal, that is cathode of the power supply, and it acts as a source of electrons or source for electrons. And next is grid cup. The grid cup is negatively biased with respect to the filament, tungsten filament. And the anode part is kept at ground potential, and through it the high velocity electrons passes. Okay, You can just I have explained in the diagram. Next part is magnetic deflection coil. Magnetic deflection coil or magnetic lens. Okay, here a magnetic deflection coil or a magnetic deflection lens fitted below the electron gun and is which is used to make the electron beam circular in cross section and deflect it anywhere on the work surface. Okay. A magnetic lens is used to shape the electron beam into a converging beam, and this beam is passed through a variable aperture to reduce the diameter of the focused beam by removing the stray electrons. Magnetic lenses are used to pinpoint the location of the beam and deflect it and make it a round beam falling on the workpiece. And next is power supply. Here the power supply is generates a voltage as high as 150 kilovolts. 150 kilovolts to accelerate electrons. The electron beam machining gun of a powerful system is usually operated at about 12 kilowatt and individual pulse energy as 120 joules per pulse. The power density at the work surface is too high, that is why it is capable to melt and vaporize the workpiece material. And thus material removal in electron beam machining is basically due to vaporization. Okay. Any kind of material can be machined by this process, and material removal takes place by high speed electrons impinge on the work surface, and kinetic energy of the electrons produces intense heating to melt or vaporize the metal. Power density is in terms of 6500 billion watt per millimeter square, and voltage is, as I told, 150 kilovolts, and specific power consumption here is around 500 watt per millimeter cube per minute. Watt millimeter cube minute. Okay, this is the specific power consumption in electron beam machining. And we'll move on to last component of the electron beam machining equipment, that is a vacuum chamber. Vacuum chamber. See here in vacuum chamber, as I told already, when the electrons will collision with the air molecules, there is a possibility of would lose the energy of existing energy of the electrons. Hence, this process is carried out in a vacuum chamber. Okay. The vacuum chamber encloses all the parts, and it is required for two reasons. First one, the emitter already known, that is a tungsten filament. It is negatively biased, or a cathode. That is the source of electrons. The emitter or filament would rapidly oxidize when incandescent at anything like atmospheric pressure, and the electrons would lose energy by collision with air molecules present in the atmosphere. Okay, see the electron beam generation, and it travels in a space, and resulting machining takes place in a vacuum chamber. The vacuum does not allow a rapid oxidation of the incandescent filament, and there is no loss of energy of electrons, so as a result of collision with air molecules. So see why the main reason is in vacuum chamber no loss of energy of electrons as a result of collision with air molecules, and the vacuum is the chamber, the vacuum in the chamber is of the order of 10 to the power of -5 to 10 to the power of sorry, 10 to the power of minus 4 to 10 to the power of minus 5 torr, T-O-R-R, torr. Okay, so the main thing is the vacuum chamber is utilized. The process should be performed in a vacuum chamber, as the electrons would lose energy when collision of uh, these electrons combines with air molecules in the atmosphere. So to avoid this reaction between air molecules and electrons, the process is performed in a vacuum chamber. Okay, and one more thing, here the process, how the mechanism of material removal would be. In electron beam machining, the electrons impinge on the work surface with velocities exceeding one half the speed of light, Okay, so kinetic energy is transformed into thermal energy, that is heat energy. The way in which the focused beam penetrates the work surface or workpiece, and it is still not completely understood owing to the complexity of the mechanisms involved. However, it has been justified that the workpiece surface is melted by a combination of electron pressure and surface tension. The melted liquid metal on the work surface is rapidly ejected and vaporized to effect a material removal. This is the mechanism, this is the way the material removed from the work surface, and it is also called as mechanism of metal removal. Thank you.